Mr. Speaker, I challenge the point of order. Mr. Speaker, ang pinag-uusapan po natin ay budget
You
para
cannot
sa
challenge
at sa
the
AFP. Mr.
decision of
Speaker,
the chair.
pupuntahan ba natin ang ganitong pagtutulong?
Session is suspended.
Mr. Speaker, bahagi ba ng balance na pag-aaral ng martial law ng diktador na si Marcos Sr. na gugunitain natin bukas ay ang pagbagsak ng ekonomiya dahil sa paglobo ng utang ng ating bansa, dahil sa cut sa social services nung panahon ng diktadura? Bahagi po ba nun ang gutom na dinanas ng mga taga-Negros dahil sa famine? Bahagi po ba ng balance na pagtuturo ng martial law ay ang mahabang pila ng mga kababayan natin na hindi makabili ng bigas dahil sa palpak na tugon ng Marcos Sr. Administration, na parang nangyayari ngayon, sa krisis sa supply ng bigas? Mr. Speaker, actually, hindi ko na nga po sana gagawing topic yung ROTC. Pero nabanggit po ng ating sponsor.
But Mr.
Kung
Speaker, I'd
ganito,
like to mention
Mr. Speaker, I
that
am
the
still
study that he
speaking.
mentioned
I still have
earlier
the
is
floor.
not even a
Mr.
stand
Speaker, I would
of
like
the
to
DND,
speak.
Mr.
Hindi
Speaker.
pa po ako tapos sa pagsagot.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
What is the point of order of the majority leader?
Mr. Speaker, while we respect the sponsor as well as the interpellator in the ideas that they share, let's stick to the budget of the armed forces as well as the Department of National Defense for the 2024 fiscal year. May I request that we practice decorum in the deliberation of the budget. The Honorable Manuel has 11 minutes, and I hope that he will use it, and the sponsor will answer all his pertinent questions accordingly. The interpellator has the floor after he finishes his proposed question on ROTC. The sponsor may answer.
There is a point of order. The presiding officer will request the Honorable Manuel to please stick to the budget.
Mr. Speaker, I challenge the point of order. Mr. Speaker, ang pinag-uusapan po natin ay budget
You
para
cannot
sa
challenge
at sa
the
AFP. Mr.
decision
Speaker,
of the chair.
pupuntahan ba natin ang ganitong pagtutulong?
Session is suspended. Majority leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The point of order stays, and we have an understanding between the interpellator and the sponsor. I hope that the Honorable Manuel will continue with his interpellation.
The gentleman may now proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We are raising this topic, Mr. Speaker, dahil nga kung matuloy ang mandatory ROTC at ganito ang framework ng AFP na hindi pa established, na bahagi sila ng pagtuturo sa ating mga estudyante, paano na po kapag bahagi na sila ng curriculum and instruction kapag nangyari na ang mandatory ROTC? And we really can't accept na state-sponsored ang disinformation dahil mismo ating state institutions ang may ganong pagtingin sa martial law ng diktador na si Marcos Sr. Mr. Speaker, to proceed to another topic, but still related to how the AFP treats our young people. Mr. Speaker, based on the same document that outlines the plans of the Center for Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism, tingin po nila, Mr. Speaker, ay meron lamang Stockholm Syndrome. Ito po, nasa document po natin, Mr. Speaker. Meron lang daw Stockholm Syndrome ang mga kabataang merong advokasya. Sila lang daw po ay nalilinlang. They have conditioned or altered thinking. Sila po ay nabiktima ng classical conditioning. Mr. Speaker, dahil daw sa hindi pa develop ang kanilang critical thinking skills. And Mr. Speaker, the same set of documents tell that Sharhana Paiso is actually engaged in what we call neuro-linguistic programming. Mr. Speaker, nabanggit po sa same document that neuro-linguistic programming wants to encourage people to change a person's state of mind through words and questions. Neuro-linguistic programming is a mind technology that uses understanding from practices like psychology and hypnosis. Mr. Speaker, ito po ba ang ginagawa ng AFP sa mga inabduct at linggo-linggo na nakadetain sa kanila bago nila ilabas as rebel surrenderies ang mga kabataan? Since neuro-linguistic programming includes mind reading, having a formula for hypnosis, hypnotic revivification, fast phobia cure. At ang nagtuturo po nito ngayon sa Pilipinas ay ang first and biggest community of NLP practitioners and hypnotists in the Philippines. Ano po ang komento ng sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, said study is merely a study, Mr. Speaker. It is not the policy of the department nor the policy of the armed forces of the Philippines.
Mr. Speaker, based sa background ni Sharhana Paiso, ang kanya pong tinapos ay degrees na related sa psychology. Mr. Speaker, BA Social Science, major in Social Anthropology, minor in Psychology. Ang master's po niya, MS Psychology, major in Clinical Psychology. Mr. Speaker, dito po ba ina-apply ni Sharhana Paiso at ng AFP ang paggamit ng psychology pagdating sa approach nila sa mga rebel surrenderies? Yung i-abduct po sila, tapos itatago ng matagal, papapirmahin ng mga affidavit na gawa-gawa, tapos isasubject sa kung ano-anong psychological tactics, i-hypnotize bago ilabas as rebel surrenderies.
As stated earlier, Mr. Speaker, it is merely a study. It is not the policy of the department nor the AFP, and there is no abduction, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the AFP in its psychological war tactics, it applies the lens of psychology sa paano daw nila i-handle ang mga ina-abduct nila o hawak nila ng mga kabataan. Pati na rin dun sa mga tingin nila ay vulnerable. Kasi nga, tingin naman nila ang kabataan, walang kakaya mag-isip. Tingin nila, vulnerable ang kabataan. Ginagamitan po ng psychology. Mr. Speaker, tingin natin, contrary sa claim ng Center for Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism na scientific po and academic ang kanilang approach, Mr. Speaker, there is nothing scientific about this. Mr. Speaker, ito po ay pag-bastardize ng social sciences. Mr. Speaker, ito ay in effect, pagwawaldas sa pera na nilalaan sa ating mga institusyon na instead na protektahan po, batay sa kanilang mandato, protektahan ang mamamayan at kasama doon protektahan ang mga kabataan, galangin ang karapatan ng lahat. Pero ang nangyayari po kung sino yung mga gusto lamang na igiit ang kanilang karapatan, sa sahod man yan, sa mas maayos na pamumuhay, sila po ay tinuturing ng mga rebelde at sila po ay isasubject sa ganitong mga tipo ng taktika, which includes abducting them, subjecting them to psychological torture, hypnotizing them before presenting them in such kind of situations, kagaya ng press conference na nangyari kahapon. Mr. Speaker, on another topic, on the West Philippine Sea, Mr. Speaker, recently ay merong US Maritime Surveillance Aircraft. Bahagi po ito ng US Navy na nasa West Philippine Sea. Mr. Speaker, bahagi po ba ito ng independent foreign policy? Ano po ang ginagawa ng Estados Unidos sa West Philippine Sea? Given that it shouldn't even be a party to what's happening sa iba't ibang mga territorial claims sa West Philippine Sea. What is the comment of the sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
As part of international law, Mr. Speaker, there's freedom over flight on those seas, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, hindi ba ang ginagawa ng United States ay pag-assert lang ng kanyang hegemony? Mr. Speaker, for the longest time, it has been the United States na ang pagtingin sa sarili ay para siyang global police. It has military bases in various parts of the globe. Many compared dun sa military bases ng ibang mga bansa. And Mr. Speaker, while we want to defend the West Philippine Sea against China, bakit po ginagamit itong issue na ito ng United States to fortify its stronghold on the Philippines? What is the comment of the sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, first of all, there is freedom of navigation and freedom of overflight based on international law, Mr. Speaker. And if we are talking about the EDCA sites, Mr. Speaker, the Philippines retains sovereignty and control over these locations, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, taon-taon tumataas ang AFP modernization budget. Ano pong bahagi ng budget para sa 2024 ay gagamitin para i-secure at i-monitor ang West Philippine Sea?
In answer to the question, Mr. Speaker, there is no separate budget for that. It is integrated in the MOOE and the capital outlay of the department, Mr. Speaker, and as well as in the PS, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, tingnan na lang po natin ang breakdown ng paggamit ng confidential and intelligence funds ng DND family. Can the sponsor give us the best estimate sa kabuang confidential and intelligence funds? Ano po ang breakdown ng paggamit nun? Gaano kalaki yung ginagamit sa insurgency? Gaano karaming ginagamit sa territorial defense for the West Philippine Sea and other purposes?
Mr. Speaker,
The
that is
chair would
last...
like to remind the gentleman from Kabataan that you have less than 2 minutes left to start winding up. Sponsoring Vice Chair may now proceed.
Mr. Speaker, those are classified information, Mr. Speaker.